Hi, and welcome to Brimster Puzzles, where I'm continuing to solve the puzzles from Sudoku U. In this case, the puzzles that will be published in Signet Sudoku Volume 3. These are the puzzles from Full Deck and Missing a Few Cards as Puzzles and Paradoxes classes students. I'm probably saying that badly, and I should probably try and do it better. But anyway, this puzzle is called Tire Marks, and it's by Kingfish and Lady Grey. And this puzzle is using the cages constraint, the Kropke pairs constraint, and the modular lines constraint. Modular lines seem to get a lot of look in with the students of this particular class. This is another one where I'm not a fan of the way that they word the rules, but not my call. So, so what I will do is I will link below to both this puzzle as well as to the website where you can grab the previous two Signet Sudoku volumes, and that's where Volume 3 will get announced when it comes out. And I'll also post it to you can join my Patreon for free, where I post information about collections and everything that comes out. I don't post to my Patreon very often, but one of the things on there is a collections page. So when people tell me about free packs or free collections of puzzles or anything, I post that to the collection section. So you can always go to the collections page on my free Patreon and look for collections of puzzles that you may not have seen. There's puzzle packs there going back at least 4 years. So hopefully there'll be something there that's interesting to you. Let's have a look at Tire Marks by Kingfish and Lady Grey. So what do we have? We've got normal Sudoku rules. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have cages, which is the digits that are placed in cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. Also, digits cannot repeat, but they can't repeat in any of these cages anyway, because they're all contained in the same row, column, or box. Kropke pairs, which is cells separated by a black dot are in a 2 to 1 ratio. Cells separated by a white dot must be consecutive. The pairs means that not all dots are given, the same way as not all cages are given and not all lines are given. It's perfectly fine for any other cells to have a dot relationship, even though no dot is shown. And then modular lines. The way they word it is any set of 3 adjacent digits along a modular line have 3 different remainders when divided by 3. I prefer the way, like we do with entropic lines, to actually state what those digit sets would be. So what does that mean? Well, if you divide the digits 1, 4, or 7 by 3, the remainder will be 1. So if you divide 1 by 3, you will take away 0 3s and have 1 remainder. If you divide 4 by 3, you will take away 1 3 and have 1 remainder. 7, you will take away 2 3s and have 1 remainder. And the easy way to think about this is to look at your numeric keypad, either on your keyboard or, if you don't have one on your keyboard, on Sudoku Pad, and the vertical banding 147, 258, 369 will be the modular sets, because there is 3 digits along. So 147 have 1 remainder, 258 have 2 remainder, and 369 have 0 remainder, because they are divisible by 3. So any set of 3 digits along, or any 3 adjacent digits along a line, must contain 1 digit from 147, 1 from 258, and 1 from 369. They're the rules. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So we can look at a 4 cage straight away and say, how can we make up a 4 cage? The digits in the cage can be 1, 3. You can't use 2, 2 for multiple reasons, so these are 1 and 3. This can't be the 1, because if this is the 1, then this would have to be a 2 by consecutive of this. This would have to be a 2. We can't use a 2 at all. This becomes the 3. This becomes the 1. 3 is only in a 1 to 2 relationship with a 6 of a Sudoku digit. 3 can't be consecutive with 2, because the 2 is already in the box, so this becomes the 4. And on this, we've already got a digit from 147 and a digit from 258. This has to be from 369, and 3 and 6 are already used. This becomes the 9. That puts 9 in one of those, but I want to look at this line, I think, because we've got a digit from 369 and a digit from 147. This has to be from 258, and it can't be 5, because 5 isn't in a 2 to 1 relationship. I also could have used the black dot. So now, do I want to look at the 15 cage? Maybe start here because, yeah, I know what the makeup of these triples are, because a 6 cage, the minimum digits I can put into a 6 cage, into a 3-cell cage are 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 adds to 6. The maximum digits I can put into 3 cells are 7, 8, 9. If you add 7, 8, 9 together, you get 24. So these have to be the 4, 5, 6 that are left over to make this box work. You can never put 5 on a black dot, because a 5 on a black dot would be only have ratios of 2.5 or 10, which don't work. This can't be a 2. And this can't be an 8 because the 2, 5, 8 is already used here. So this can't be an 8. So where do I want to look? If this is a 4, these would have to sum to 17, so they'd be 8, 9, maybe. This is a middle digit. This has to be right. I can see that this can't be a 5, because if this was a 5, this would have to be a 4 or a 6, and there'd be no way of making the 15 work. Let's look at it this way. If this is a 2, these 2 digits here would have to sum to 13, and the only way to do it would be 6 plus 7. If this was an 8, these 2 would have to sum to 7. I couldn't use 6, 1, they're not consecutive. I couldn't use 5, 2, they're not consecutive. It'd have to be 4, 3, and this can never be a 5. So this is a 4, 6 pair. This is the 5. Can I do similar here? If this is a 6, if this is a 6, this would be a 3. These would sum to 9, and this would have to get be 21 minus 9, which would make that a 12. It doesn't work. This is 4, which means this is 6, which means this is 7. 6 and 7 is 13. This is the 2. 4 has to go with either 2 or 8. I was trying to remove the 3, and the 2 is not available. So this is 4 and 8. 4 and 8 is 12. To get 12 to 21, I need another 9. There you go. Ooh, I didn't even see this. This has been screaming at me from the... Well, it hasn't been screaming at me. It should have been screaming at me, but it wasn't. Because similar to this 6 cage, this 6 cage can only be made up with 1, 2, 3, and the 2 is taking 2 out of all of those. So this is a 2. 1 and 3 can only be consecutive with 2 or 4. Okay. So these are consecutive, and they're not from the 3, 6, 9. I'm actually not sure. So actually, how do I do this 8 cage? I can't use 1, 8. I could use 2, 7. I can't use 3, 6. I could use 4, 5. That's interesting, I think. But these have to be consecutive from different sets. If this was a 2, this would have to be a 3, because I couldn't use... No, it can't be a 3. If this is a 2, this would have to be a 1, because I can't use a 3, 6, 9 on here. If this is a 4, this couldn't be a 3. It would have to be a 5. If this is a 5, I couldn't use a 6. It would have to be a 4, and it can't be. So this can't be a 5. So this can't be a 4. And if this is a 7, I couldn't use a 6. This would have to be an 8. So this is 1, 5, 8. So can I do similar here? I don't know. None of these are from 1, 4, 7. So one of the... Well, actually, let's look at these digits. Where's the 1 in this row? It can't be here because I've already got a 1. So this is the 1, and then this is the 3. Let's look at this triple, in fact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Well, neither of these can be 7. That's a 5, 8. This is the 7. So 3 is in one of those two. 1 is down here in one of those two. 7 is in here somewhere. It's not quite roping. 2 is in... Well, 2 is right there. So what can this be? It can't be 1, 2 or 2, 4. If it was 3, 6, it would be 3 and 6. And if it's 4, 8, it's 4 and 8. They're the only possibilities. So this is a 3 or a 4. If this is a 3, these would have to sum to 13. Well, what's this quadruple? Where's 1 in this column? I can't make this a 1. Yeah, where's 1 in this column? I can't put a 1 here because the maximum these could then sum to would be 5. And if this was 5, this would have to be an 11. It doesn't work. So I can't put 1 here and I can't put 1 here because of the 1, 2, 3. This is the 1. So this is a triple. 3, 4, 9. And this can't be a 3 or a 4, or these would sum to 7. And if, oh, no, actually, if they sum to 7, that could be a 9. That might be possible, in fact. But that can't be a 3. So there is a 3 in this cage. Yeah, I could have got that by Sudoku. Oh, and that's not the 3. This is the 3, so this is the 6. So these have to sum to 13, which means they are 4, 9. And the 4 is looking down, making that the 9, that the 4, that the 9. 5 and 8 are of the same entropic set. Not entropic, modular set. Have I been saying entropic all along? Modular. I get entropic. When I'm explaining, I say entropic all the time because I solve a lot more entropic puzzles than I do modular. 1 in this column now has to be here, and these are 5 and 8, and I can't put the 8 here. So that's the 5, that's the 8. These are 4 and 6. So this has to be consecutive with 4 or 6. So if this is a 4, well, these are 5, 7, and 8. Well, 8 isn't consecutive with any of those, but 5 or 7 is. But this has to be a run. So if this is odd, this has to be even. That's 8, which means this is 7 and 6 with 4, and this is the 5. Okay. I haven't broken it open yet, have I? So 4 means this can't be a 1, and it means this can't be a 7. 6 means this can't be a 3, and this can't be a 9. So what is this triple? Can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5, 6, or 7. Now 8 can't go with 5. Okay. 1 is in here somewhere. 3 is in here somewhere. So these are 2, 3, 4. And 3 must be in one of those two. Is this restricted from being one of the options? Not that I can see. Oh, 4 can't go next to 3 on a black dot. That's the 2. So that's the 1 and that's the 3. I'm just being blind. So 2 is in the same modular group as 8. So that's the 9, that's the 7, that's the 8. So we've got 1 from 147, 1 from 258, 1 from 369, 1 from 258, 1 from 147, 1 from 369, and the same in all of these. Now, what can this be maybe? 2 is up here, and it's not here. If this is 2, this would have to be 1 or 3, or this would have to be 3. Huh. So what's this triple? 5, 6, and 8. Well, the 6, 8 is looking down, making that the 5, and I can take 5 out of those. So this is 6 and 8. But that is restricting this more? Yeah, it is, because I need to put an even digit on this. Right. There needs to be an even digit on a consecutive dot, and it can't be 6 or 8. So it needs to be 2, 4, and the 2, 4 can't go there. So this is 2 or 4. So this has to be an odd digit, which is consecutive with 2 or 4. So it's 1, 3, or 5, and it can't be 1 or 5. That is the 3, which puts 3 in one of these 3, but it can't be here because of the 1, 3, and this 3 says it's not here. This is a 3. Okay. So this is 2 or 4. In this column, I haven't placed 2, 4, 7, or 9. So this is a 2, 4 pair. Yeah, 7, 9. I can't put 7, 9 here, and I can't put 7, 9 there. This is a 2, 4 pair. This is a 7, 9 pair. Can I resolve this 2, 4? Maybe. I mean, someone can. 1 is in one of these two. 4 is in one of those two. So these are 1, 4, 6, 8. Well, I can't put 6 or 8 in either of those. And these are 1, 4, 6, 8. So these are 1 and 4, and I can't put the 4 there. That's the 1, that's the 4. And this is 6 or 8. Neat. So this row is missing 5, 7, and 9. And I can't put 9 in any of those. That's the 9, that's the 7. These are 5 and 7. Trick, as always, is trying to figure out where to look. Seven is in one of those two cells by Sudoku. 9 is right there. And where's 8 in this row? Because I can't put 8 in any of those. I can't put 8 in either of those. I can't put 8 in the 9 cage because I can't put 1 in the 9 cage, and 8 can't go there. This is 8. This is 7. So these are 2, 4, 5, and 7. And this is 4, 5, or 7. Which isn't... Well, hang on. Yeah. So what can this be? If this is from the 3, 6, 9 set, it's a 6. It can't be from 2, 5, 8. The other option is 1, 4, 7. So this is only 1 or 6. So if it's from 1, 4, 7, it's the 1. And if it's from the 3, 6, 9, it's a 6. So this is only 1 or 6. Oh, this 2 has been looking up for ages, making that the 4. The 4 looks up saying this is a 5 or a 7. What's this triple? 1, 5, 6, and there's no 5 in any of those. That's a 1, 6. That's a 5. The 8 looks down, making that the 6 and that the 8. The 6 looks across, making that the 8. This is a triple. 4, 6, 9. There's no 9 in either of those. That's the 9. This is a 4, 6. I'm kind of struggling a little on how to break this open, but I know it's a scanning issue. This is a 1, 6 pair. So this can't be a 1. So this is from the 2, 5, 8 set. So this can't be from 2, 5, 8. So this is from 1, 4, 7. So I take the 2 out of there, so I take the 7 out of there. So this is from the 2, 5, 8 set. So this is from 1, 4, 7, and it can't be 7 or 1. That's the 4, meaning that's the 7, making that the 2. 7 is not consecutive with 5. That's the 8. 7 makes that the 5. The 2 makes that the 4, and that the 2. That was a really nice resolution. I like that one. The 8 looks across, making that the 5 and that the 8. Let's move down. 4 looks down, making this the 6 and this the 4. The 6 looks up, saying that's not the 6. The 2 looks down, making that the 3 and that the 2. The 7 looks down, saying that's not the 7. So need to put a 3. These are 1, 3, and 6. 1, 3, 6, and they must contain a 3. The 7 looks down, making that the 5 and that the 7. The 5 looks up, making that the 6, which makes that the 7 and that the 5. The 6 looks up saying that's not the 6. I've got, this can't be a 1 because I've already got something from the 1, 4, 7 set on this line. This is the 6. This is the 1. This is the 6. There is no 6 here. This is a 1, 3. These are 1, 3s. 4 is not consecutive with 1. That's the 3. That's the 1. Looking up, making that the 1 and that the 3. And that is the solution to the puzzle. Again, it's got less than 10 solves in over 100 days. These puzzles have not been distributed yet, have they? I've had them for nearly a month and a half now, I think. No, it's not that long. I think I was set these about a month ago. I'm enjoying these, but yeah, we do need, I do hope that many of you solve these and get the counts up because Kingfish and Lady Grey deserve to have their puzzles seen. So that's what I'm doing. Lots of fun. Thank you very much for the puzzle. I did get a bit lost in the weeds and probably didn't do as good as I could have, but still, it was a 16-minute solve while I'm trying to explain. I'm comfortable with that. I'm happy. I'm having fun just exploring the logic with the puzzles. I just like bringing fun puzzles to people. And I really do like puzzles that people can do in a coffee break or a lunch break. You're taking your 30-minute, your 45-minute break from work. You can go get lunch. You can sit down and you can solve the puzzle while you're taking your break. I find that's a really good time for me to do them. I actually quite like recording the puzzles on my lunch break. I find it's a really nice time to do it. If I can, that's gotten quite rare, but I do when I'm at work and I'm unable to record. I do like solving puzzles on my lunch break. I like just sitting down and knocking out a puzzle on my lunch break. It's a really nice thing to do. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying everything. Hope you like the Sudoku U series. The link to the playlist will pop up on the end screen with all of the Sudoku U puzzles I've done. And as always, good luck with your solving.